I've worked in the borough for over 10 years, working with families and young people. I'm also the founder of the free lower end witness protection programs in London. And Whitefoot has been classed as the deserted part of Lewisham and totally neglected. And I think looking at the way that Labour has treated its voters, it's only fair to say that there's no respect for the people across Lewisham, and I feel they have to turn up. I've had a lot of residents say to me, I've got this issue, what do I do? When I contact them, they're speaking party politics to me. And a lot of people forget what being a councillor is. And it's about being a voice. Being a voice. And someone that you could trust and know that if you ask for help or support with something, that they will actually do it. And at this current time, none of these Labour people, because I myself have been in a position after working for 10 years with these people that are considered friends and colleagues. And when I turned to them for help, when no one was looking, they supported me. But once we was out in public, the hugs and kisses stopped and they started playing party politics. And I also live here, SE6 postcode. So when you look at that and think, if I was suffering, how many other people are suffering in silence? I'm not a politician, but I live here and I care about the people. So win or lose, we've still shown the residents that you don't have to be a part of a party, or you don't have to join Labour, because I grew up voting for Labour. My whole family voted for Labour. I was out there trying to get Diane Abbott into the mayoral office, and it was just something that you've done, and it comes a time when you have to say enough's enough.
We're glad you recovered.
Yeah, thank you very much. If we all came together, I'm not about being a career politician, not about that. But certain people are. Their dreams are to be getting the 80-something thousand pound as an MP and whatever other treats come with it. We're not about that. We're about, okay, that's wrong, what's happening to that person, we're going to take a stand on that. That's what you're meant to do. And if you're not going to do that, then you're not for the people. Yeah. And a lot of time, I think the voters are not seeing these people you're voting for. Why have they got their cameras at your door? Why have they brought out all their colleagues to walk the street and knock your door? Why can't they knock the door by themselves and talk to you by themselves? And when you see them at the shop, they're not acting nervous because they're not with their mates. Or the mayor comes out with them on the weekend to reinforce, make sure you vote. That person should be able to see people in the community and speak to them and not be nervous. Or openly say, I've been pressured into this, I don't know why I'm here. That's not someone that we should be voting for.
If elected, 3 things that would be at the top of your agenda.
For me, my 3 points will be, if elected, when that time comes, is a paradigm shift. And we're not just talking in Whitefoot, I'm talking within the whole council. It needs to be shaken up and shuffled around from the seniors all the way down to the floor. Because unless that happens, we're going to be dealing with more of the same. So we're definitely going to have to shake up the council and have more accountability and more transparency going forward. And then my second point will be, which a lot of you might not know about, I heard you talk about dyslexia earlier, but we've got a lot of young people walking around with severe special needs. And a lot of them are turning into murderers because they're mixing the medication with cannabis and other things that are not actually cannabis. And a lot of elderlies in Whitefoot are being targeted. So a lot of the elderlies are being robbed and burgled in the Whitefoot area over towards Downham. And the third point will be, if elected, I'll be calling another meeting like this with all the other parties and implementing some of the things that you would have implemented if you had got in. Because unless we do that, we're not going to be able to work as one. So that will be my third and most important point. And that's something that I learned from working closely with the Greens. That I'll give you an example, Lewisham's got one of the highest pollution rates where young people are dying walking to school. So if we're going to be talking about crime and everything else, how can we ignore that when we're slowly dying in a polluted area?
I've got 2 questions I'd like you to address, but briefly.
One is Extinction Rebellion, which there's been great upsurge in discussion about the climate change issues brought on by Greta Thunberg and the Extinction Rebellion groups. Some have criticised them, some haven't. I'd like to know your views on that. But also on the directly elected mayoral system that we have in Lewisham and in a few other boroughs, which, as you'll know, there's the campaign, the cross-party campaign to abolish that, which is which is called Bring Back Democracy, and which most parties in Lewisham have been involved in.
It's a very difficult one, and I know that, you know, climate change is something that it's high on, and it's becoming very hip as well. But unfortunately, I sit slightly in the middle, and I'll tell you why. I'm not an expert, to be fair. I'm not an expert on that. I believe the core of the group, I believe they were authentic, but then you get those who add on to it, and you've got some people putting out flies, end capitalism. Flies going out now from there. So you've got that adding on to it. So I'm a bit concerned. The amount of disruption it caused for business, millions of pounds were lost in business Oxford Street businesses. I think you can go and challenge and you can go and protest, but if you're given, and the pink boat, was it the pink boat? No one agreed. No one agreed for that to be there as obstruction. So I think they broke the law, and the last time I'm saying that, they've set a dangerous precedent. What sort of precedent are they setting? It's okay to break the law if it's for the greater good.
Well, that's been said for a long time.
I know, but it's been said, it's been used recently, and that will be out there.
Obviously, they were allowed to do it, which is questionable. I've spoken to a lot of them very innocent. A lot of people, they're doing it because they deeply believe they're troubled and they want change, but the change they need, it can't even be granted to them through the government, to be honest. The deeper change that they want, they're obviously right in the sense that they know that the country is in a crisis, so they've jumped in. I believe we've got Glastonbury in central London.
It's opportunistic.
Glastonbury's come to central London, so if you're into Glastonbury, you're going to have a good time. They have, obviously, they're very, what they feel about it is very deeply personal to them, and they are very sincere, but they've caused disruption. They haven't helped.
And what about the mayoral system? That was my other question, by the way. Well, you don't know much to do.
Yeah, the mayoral, I haven't been involved in, I was only involved in the mayoral campaign for London, so we didn't put up a candidate around here, so I don't really have a comment on that.
Oh, I'll fill you in later. We campaigned to abolish the mayoral system is what I meant.
Oh, okay, yes, I didn't really know about it, so thanks.
Alright, so obviously as a candidate and member of People Before Profit, we support abolishing the mayoral system. You've got people within the council and within the cabinet that think they can do whatever they want, and they can do whatever they want, because no one stands up and says anything because they're all mates. So we need to get out of that where we have one man making all the decisions. So I support that 100%. For the demonstration, what I do support is people coming together. If they didn't go onto the bridge in other places and they would have been kept in Marble Arch or Hyde Park, it would have been treated as a normal demonstration.
Yeah. I'll start with climate change and reaction protest to that. I believe climate change is happening. It is a man-made phenomenon. No politician in their right mind should ever endorse direct action. Sure. Because eventually, if direct action is shown to work, there will be forces that you do not agree with that will use direct action to the detriment of the wider system. The amount of CO2 in the air today is lower than at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. More wind turbines than ever before. We've had, the longest period of time ever without using coal. My personal point of view is you can't address climate change on a scale that you need to without nuclear power. But you know, I understand it's a contentious issue. But what these protesters are actually saying, if their demands were met today, it would actually mean that there would be no such thing as a private car. You wouldn't be able to use ships to transport goods. There'd be a massive reduction on the standard of living for every single person in this country. And it'd be all for naught, because if we did all those things, it's not going to change anything, because that would just be done in China, or be in America, or South America, right? And I think trying to pull away from capitalism is to pull away from progress. And if we invest hard and focus and put the right policies in place, we can make this Britain and the globe a greener place. And even if we fail, even climate change isn't real, right? We're still in a much better position anyway, because we have our own power generation, we have a cleaner, more efficient grid.
I'd just like to ask what your experience is at being a councillor for Whitefoot, or what makes you think that you'd be a good councillor.
Gwenton?
Yeah, well, for me, Jean, don't worry, it's recorded. For me, I'm not a politician, as you know, but I've worked and lived here in SE6 for over a decade. And when things go terribly wrong, like dead bodies, whether it's people being burgled and murdered, or young people being killed, or people having to be moved out in white vans at 5 in the morning, I'm the guy behind that. So I see the effects that it has on the community that no one else might see. So you might see your neighbour disappear tomorrow, but you don't know why your neighbour's moved. So I understand what the people are suffering from. And as I said, myself, I have felt the raft of Labour not supporting me when they needed to stand up. So I'm not going to sit down and watch other people suffer in silence. And I joined People Before Profit because there was a party about action and not just talk.
Yeah.